Greetings. This is just another off-the-cuff video. No preparation. It's how I roll. Obviously, you know I've had many channels shut down. Some are very active. I don't get paid for anything. Never have. I don't monetize shit. It's just me, and my dog's licking my arm here, so that's what you're going to hear. It's just me, man. Just a dude, just a connoisseur of YouTube videos and other channels. And obviously, I'm a Trump supporter. But you know, whenever I watch certain videos, I get frustrated. And today I've watched about four that I was just thinking, you know what, I'm just going to get on and air my feelings, whether one person watches or nobody watches. So let's talk about Ukraine for a second. There's a couple guys I watched. One guy's name is Paul Warmer, I think his name is. And this dude's a super smart guy. I think that's the name of his channel, Paul Warmer. He's a super smart guy. I try to watch him all the time. And I just saw him and he had another guest, another YouTuber. I don't remember his name. I couldn't finish it, man. And here's why. And this is kind of my bitch, my gripe today. And I've talked about this before. So Paul is super pro-Ukraine. But here's the thing, so am I. I want Ukraine to win. I can't stand fucking Russia and what they've done. I want Ukraine to win decisively. And I want to help Ukraine to a certain extent. However, the absolute hatred of Trump from these people bleeds into their videos to the point where you can't finish it if you're a guy that wants to hear all sides but gets sick and tired of people just talking shit and blaming Trump for everything. And it's not just that they have Trump derangement syndrome. And Paul goes back and forth. You know, he used to be he used to show his hatred, but he seems to have toned it down. So I can get through about 75% of his videos. As soon as he starts rat fucking Trump, I just can't take it because it's all based on feelings. Nothing's based on facts. And he's a smart dude. His videos are pretty factually based. And I don't even know his background, but he is clearly like a political analyst or something, man. He knows what he's doing far better than I do. But like a lot of pro-Ukrainian channels, here's where I get sick of it. And again, I'm just rattle-brained here, so bear with me if you want. Back when Trump was elected, you know, and under, I think, Biden, you know, the Ukrainian military, the Ukrainian people, they loved America. I think they loved Trump for a week or something. You know, they had their American flags on it, and everything was great. And of course, as an American veteran and as a lover of my country, that made me proud. And I know how much money we've given to Ukraine, and I know how much equipment we've given to Ukraine, and it's great, you know? I mean, I don't necessarily like funding every fucking country on earth, including Israel, but, you know, I can't stand the fact that Russia has just come in and tried to fuck these people over, man. And for what it's worth, my lineage genetically goes right back to Ukraine. That aside, the minute Trump started playing hardball, like he does with every subject, and yeah, he's not an Obama. He doesn't fucking speak eloquently reading teleprompter speeches that other people wrote for him. He speaks like a dude at Thanksgiving. Yeah, hey, fuck these guys. And that's who I wanted. That's why I voted for him. I don't want some polished motherfucker telling me sweet lies. I'd rather have a guy cussing and telling me the dirty, rotten, stinking truth. And that's why I and people like me like Trump. I didn't vote for Trump because he's a great guy and he never grabbed a pussy or whatever. I don't give a fuck about that. I want the best leader for the country. Trump's the best leader for the country, whether you guys like it or not. We all know what Trump derangement syndrome is, and it's been said a million times. If he cured cancer today, they'd all fucking rat fuck him because he doesn't have a medical license or some shit like that. There's nothing that the guy can do right in the minds of the psychos. And it gets old because here's where it hurts the support for Ukraine. And this is not just me, man. I got a lot of friends and this is what we talk about all the time. Ukrainians had a fucking shit fit when Trump slapped Zelensky around in the Oval Office. And I'm not going to fucking lie. I cringed at that too. I got why Trump did it. I understood why that happened, but I did not like it. I didn't feel comfortable about it, but it wasn't enough to, you know, I'm not going to turn my back on a president because he's a rude guy or he says the wrong thing or he farts in public or whatever, or he cheated on his fucking wife. That's not why I want a president. Okay. That's not that's not the criteria for a leader of this country, somebody to unfuck the years of corruption in this country and the attempted turnover into a communist fucking country. So he's a strong dude. He's like General Patton, slapped a guy and got in trouble for it, but he was a great fucking general. Okay. So he embarrassed Zelensky and the Ukrainians. I fucking get it, man. If I was a soldier fighting on the front line and my president walked into somebody, some other president's office and publicly got slapped around, I would feel bad too. I get it. But instantly, these motherfuckers turn against Trump. Not smart for a lot of reasons. Number one, I'll be very generous and say half of this country, America, loves Trump. It's a lot more than that, but I'll be generous. Let's say 50%. The minute you start rat fucking the president that 50% of us love, you just lost 50% of the people that ever want to support you. That's one thing. That goes for Ukraine, but it also goes for YouTube channels. You immediately, it's like a celebrity, coming out and what's that fucking Robert De Niro? I used to love the guy, one greatest actor in the world. And the minute he starts rattling off his communist fucking hatred of Trump, I can't stand that motherfucker, and neither can anybody I know. So it's not smart for an actor to alienate 50% of the viewing audience who now can't stand him and all others like him. Just like these YouTubers. I think the goal, because these guys get paid on YouTube, unlike me. I'm just a dude that just talks to the fucking iPad when I feel like it. These guys depend on it. And they immediately hack off half of their viewing base because of their own fucking political bias and ignorance and Trump derangement syndrome. I'm not telling them to hide who they are, but you can't keep some of that shit to yourself and just focus on facts. These European motherfuckers. I watch channels every day from people from the UK watching the decline of UK, and I'm hoping that somebody can save that country and most of Europe. But I know the people in UK aren't happy. Their country's been taken over by freaking immigrants, and they're paying the price for it. It's gonna fucking collapse if it's not saved sooner than later. It just is, and you can see it. And these are the facts. The Europeans have lived under the umbrella of the United States protection for too fucking long. Look at the Navy in the United Kingdom. Back during the Falklands, the UK Navy had aircraft carriers and the support ships, and they were badass. Look at them today. They got one aircraft carrier, no support. I think they got 6 fucking ships that are floatable and only one that's deployable. One aircraft carrier, I think, but with no way to protect it. Iran just proved that they have the reach to destroy most of these European fucking countries. All they have to do is screw on a nuclear warhead to the missile they just fired that had a range over 4,000 miles. So nobody can deny that Iran is a threat. Iran was a threat. Iran has been a threat. The Democrats have all agreed on it, all the way back to Hillary Clinton and all these other fucking assholes, Obama. They all know, but they want to do the European cuck shit about, well, we got to negotiate. We're going to negotiate. We need to get to the negotiation. We got to negotiate. Fuck negotiation. The time for negotiation is over. There's a time when you have to wake up and slam your fucking enemy and stop him so that he can't keep fucking with you. And when he tells you over and over again that he's going to destroy your country and your people, you got to do something about it. And now we get to this point, and this was happening with this Paul Warmer fucking thing that I was just watching with his guests, because they're talking about Ukraine, but then they bring up how does the Iranian thing connect to Ukraine. And, these people have unrealistic expectations of, well, the war's going on too long, and now we have high gas prices. Hey, man, it's like the last little short video I made about instant gratification and the unrealistic desires of the fucking certain generations in this country and around the world, where they want shit done in 5 minutes. That's not how it fucking works. You don't fucking stop the strongest military in that part of the world in fucking 2 days. And this one dude said, yeah, Trump said he expected it to be over in 24 hours. When did he ever fucking say that? He never expected it to be over in 24 hours. But I'll tell you what, there's a lot of motherfuckers rotting on the bottom of the ocean that used to be part of the Navy. Gone. There's a lot of shit gone. And the people, I just watched the video where an entire huge freaking bomb went off from the U.S., and the people in the streets that got hit with the shockwave are cheering. Yeah. They don't want their fucking criminal fucking regime running that country anymore. And they're helping the IDF and the U.S. target. It takes a long time. And if you have to suffer high gas prices for a day, a week, a year to prevent a nuclear holocaust, is that a bad thing? Well, it's only a bad thing because the orange motherfucker is the one in charge. And you people can't fucking bring yourselves to admit that he is, whether you like it or not, he's doing a favor for the world, not just America. All of the Europeans are fucking targets and accessible to the Iranian fucking missile system, and they ought to be helping us. And if they're not going to help us, they ought to be thanking Trump for fucking saving their weak, pathetic, cucked out asses. okay? Because they got weak people like fucking Queer Starmer who literally, we go to fucking make sure that we're not violating international law. There is no international law. The international law is the strongest motherfucker on the block. That's the international law. All right. Nobody follows international law except weak people. International law was a concept created to keep very militarily strong people weak and ineffective by laying all this guilt and emotions, and we're going to negotiate. Okay, if we could just negotiate here, you can inspect. We didn't get to inspect everything. Okay, let's spend 2 more years negotiating how we can get the inspectors back. And meanwhile, these motherfuckers are digging fucking tunnels under mountains and load them up with missiles that are designed to do what? Kill Westerners. That's what they're designed to do. No, they only want to kill Israel. Really? Then why do they got missiles that go over 4,000 miles? And why did they just use one? You can't be naive, man. You just cannot be naive. You have to be able to set your fucking hatred of a person aside and acknowledge when he's doing the right thing. I just said to my friend the other day, now I come from a Jewish background on my father's side. I'm a Christian, but genetically Jewish, 50%. And I'm telling you that if I'm driving down the street and I see Adolf Hitler jump a fence and rescue a kid who's drowning in a pool, I'm going to acknowledge you did a good thing, Hitler. That was a good thing you did. You saved that guy. Bravo. I still want the motherfucker dead because he's a psychopathic freaking mass killer, but he did a good thing and I can acknowledge it. Okay? I don't understand this brain dead shit where, the Ukrainians can't fucking, coming back to Ukraine. Look, man, it's all, here's my prediction, and I've said it before. Ukraine, and mark my fucking words, download this video, put it in a vault. When Ukraine wins the war in Russia, and they will win the war in Russia, they will kick these motherfuckers out. But when that happens, in just a very short period of time, they're going to turn their fucking backs on America, and they're going to use this fucking excuse. Even the Brits use this. They didn't save us from World War II. They came in at the end of the war. Absolute horse shit. They don't have any respect or gratitude for the fucking countless American lives that died in World War I and World War II for their fucking weak asses. They don't fucking acknowledge it because that means they have to acknowledge their own weakness. It's just like the fucking South Vietnamese who begged America to come and help them. And then when America pulled out because of fucking liberals and Democrats back here raising a ruckus, fucking pulls out, and now they abandoned us. Well, why didn't you fucking defend your own country? You people been around longer than America. You should have had your own military strong enough and the will to fucking defeat anybody that fucked with you. But you can't do it. You can't do it. And nobody in Europe can do shit either. And the minute they're able to, the minute Ukraine is on track to be a very strong country militarily. And when they are, all the history books are going to show how bad Trump, Orange Man, caused them a lot more death because he didn't do what we wanted when we wanted and give us all the money that we wanted. And that's fucked up because I don't know what the ugly truth is, and I don't like it anymore, but the truth is the truth. Here's the ugly truth. Ukraine should have had a strong enough fucking military to fucking deal with this on their own. How you like those apples? You should have had your own shit together so that nobody else's fucking kids had to come and die on your fucking land. Well, Americans aren't dying on our fucking land. Well, if you guys had it your way, you want NATO and everybody else to come in there and fucking start spilling blood. Am I okay with that? I don't really fucking know. I don't think I am. Under certain circumstances, I'm willing to go die for another country. But honestly, what about you? And Britain right now? They were the strongest motherfucking power on the planet for how long? And now they're just weak little cucks that open up their borders and wonder why they're fucking getting stabbed to death on the streets. And wondering why there's fucking people riding around on horses hitting women because they're not covered up. Yeah, go look that one up. That's a real deal. It's pathetic. If you want a strong country, it's your fucking responsibility. We got problems in America, man. We got big fucking problems. We had a corrupt government that had no border control because they wanted a bunch of fucking voters in here sucking off the taxpayer dollar, a bunch of parasites. You see what Nick Shirley's unraveled with, even in the UK, I think it's like 80% of the Somalian population is on fucking public aid. They're not working. They're sucking off of the hard workers in fucking UK. And that's okay with these motherfuckers as long as they get their vote. That's okay. America has problems. We have to unfuck years of corruption and democratic, socialist, communist cancer that is destroying us from within. And Trump can't do it. It's going to take years of many Trumps. Marco Rubio, I hope he's the next president. It's going to take a long time to unfuck what we got going on here. But meanwhile, you motherfuckers overseas want us to just dump all our fucking money, all of our fucking military might. And the minute somebody fucking tells your fucking leader, hey, put a fucking suit and tie on, bitch. The minute somebody does that, oh, fuck it, I don't like Trump. Trump's an asshole. Fuck America. We don't need America. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. And now you got the military bloggers over there going, we're teaching NATO how to use drone warfare. Because America fucking invites some of these guys over, which they have real world experience. We're learning from them. But you can see the jealousy and the hatred. Well, without us, I mean, we have Ukrainians in Iran right now teaching the great Americans how to deal with drone warfare. That is an indicator that they are going to stab us in the fucking back. And by the way, everybody I've ever loaned money to, for the most part, has ended up fucking me in the end. And this is the same thing that's going to happen with Ukraine. They'll suck as much as they can out of us, and the minute they get their shit together, they're going to fucking turn their back on us. If they lose the war, it's not going to be Ukraine's fault. It's going to be America's fault. It's going to be Trump's fault. That's human nature for people that are A, too weak to fucking defend themselves because of their own failure to prepare. B, they are jealous of the big dog. Whoever is on top is always going to be hated by the weak, inefficient motherfuckers on the bottom. Why do you think so many fucking Democrats and liberals hate rich people? Oh, the rich need to do that. I hate the rich. It's because they don't have the fucking intestinal fortitude and the drive and the fucking knowledge to become rich. Anybody can become a millionaire in this country. I could be a millionaire. I don't have the drive. I don't have the desire, and I don't want to be a millionaire enough to do the work it would take to become one. But I could be one. So do I hate rich people? Fuck no. I admire them. Hey, man, that's cool. Oh, but they inherited their money from their rich billionaire fathers. Hey, ain't luck of the draw, man. We're all born where we're born. We are who we are. You're either born in a fucking bomb crater out in the fucking Middle East somewhere with a fly walking across your fucking eyeball in a UNICEF commercial, or you're fucking born into a wealthy family. That's just the luck of the draw. Don't be such haters, man. Acknowledge when somebody does something right. And coming full circle and ending this rant, when you're making a YouTube video, how about fucking sticking to facts and keeping your stupid ass liberal feelings out of it? I'm going to go play Arc Raiders. Best game ever invented. Bye.